Master of Speed, it's Terra Master with Justice, and welcome to the last video in the best case scenario series for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel GX Paradox Midterm Box. Out of order, but I don't care.
No, that was nice. I liked it.
Alright, we've got, starting, the ultimate Paradox Brothers monster, the Guardian of the Gate. It's Gate Guardian. And this is
definitely
confirmed.
Be coming with a good skill, for sure.
Absolutely. Yes. We're not coping. It's true.
No,
Trust. Trust. Which Gate Guardian's inclusion also obviously tells you for sure that we're going to have Kazujin, Suijin, and Sangha. I always say it in that order, even though that's not how we have it, because it's not alphabetical. But it's always like this. Sangha is always the best one, okay? So you always say Sangha last.
Yeah, it's in ascending order for attack points. I like it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. But that's pretty much like, this is confirmed, which means that these three are essentially guaranteed. But let's move on to some of the stuff that's not guaranteed.
Yeah, let's go on with Arsenal Summoner. It's a 1600 flip effect monster. And since Gate Guardian is not one of the, 12 exceptions to its effect that is printed on the card, its flip effect will allow you to add a Guardian card for your deck to your hand. Except for Celtic Guardian, Winged Dragon Guardian, the Fortune number 1, Winged Dragon Guardian, the Fortune number 2, Guardian, the Labyrinth, the Reliable Guardian, not to be combined with any other offers. So this will allow you to add Gate Guardian from your deck to your hand to use the obviously very good skill that we'll be getting.
Aren't you glad they never printed Winged Guardian of the Fortress number 3? How broken would that have been? Alright. We also have Labyrinth Wall. If you remember, this was literally the entire field in the Duel Monsters duel involving the Paradox Brothers. So I'm glad they didn't do that again in GX. That would have been something.
Yeah.
I think they realized that Duelist Kingdom rules were kind of whack and should never ever see the light of day ever again. Because Duelist Kingdom was just like, yeah, the card does whatever you feel like it does.
Yep.
Attack the moon, right?
If you can explain it and make it sound like it makes sense, you can do it.
Because your audience is about 8 years old.
That's right.
All right. So Labyrinth Wall, giant rat floats into it. So, a 3K defender for everybody's favorite deck, right?
Yeah, actually, surprisingly difficult to deal with a lot of the times. 3K defense, so not the worst.
Yeah. Well, we also have this.
Yeah, so our next card is AD Changer. It would be, if we get it, one of very few graveyard effects that we would actually have in speed duels. You can banish it from your graveyard to change the battle position of any monster. So you can use it for either yours or your opponent's. You can get your flip effects online the turn you set the monster, which is cool, I guess. You can change your opponent's monster's battle positions. That'd be one way to deal with Labyrinth Wall, actually.
Yeah.
So there you go. And before we move on, those of you our keen-eyed observers may have noticed the rest of the deck looks a little bit funny. So, as our resident duel watcher / card getter, I looked back at all, and I say all two of the duels that the Paradox Brothers were involved in. The one in Duel Monsters, the one in GX. And we've kind of gone through all their cards already. They really did not actually play very many cards. And between our worst case and best case, we've covered most of them. And then of the few we didn't cover, some of those are anime exclusive. So Dark Guardian and stuff doesn't even exist as a physical card. So that couldn't be in here. We kind of came to the end of the list. So with no way of actually filling out a 20 card deck of pure Paradox Brothers cards, Terra Master had a great idea of how to finish them out. So why don't you fill them in on your genius?
Well, many in the speed duel community, including myself, refer to ourselves and each other as clowns. And on top of that, AD Changer works with certain monster effects that trigger when their battle positions are changed. Which monster effects, you may ask? I present to you Clown Control. We have Crass Clown, which if it starts in defense mode and you switch it to attack mode. Now remember, this could be face down defense mode, so you could set it, then AD Changer it face up attack mode. You bounce a monster on your opponent's side of the field. And we also have his partner in crime, Dream Clown, which starts in attack mode, and then if it's switched to defense mode, You don't just return it to the hand. You destroy that thing. All right.
That's right. It is also worth noting too, and I didn't even notice this the first time we were looking at these cards. It doesn't target,
Oh wow, I didn't notice that either. Neither of
so
them do, huh?
that's kind of neat, actually. Yeah, neither of these target.
Huh,
So
interesting.
there
Yeah, don't target. There you go. Easy. Print, target, immune effects. Everything is fine.
you go.
All right, but we have more clowns here.
That's right. We are not done with the clownery. We do have Ryukushin Clown. Whenever it is summoned, that can be a normal flip or a special summon. You can select one monster on the field and change its battle position. So that can be used on your opponent's monsters. It can be used on your own clowns to get
Yes.
their effects. It is clown for clown support.
Yes, clown synergy is real. Speaking of clowns, we have one last clown to show you, and that is Petin the Dark Clown. It's like Sagi, but, with an effect. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from the graveyard and special summon one Petin the Dark Clown from your hand or deck. It's
That's
a floater.
right, and we're including this because I don't remember for sure if this was the first, but it was kind of the OG. This is the first card I remember giving widespread missing the timing confusion among the Yu-Gi-Oh community and not understanding how that worked because it is a when you can effect. And we were like, what do you mean if I tribute it for my monster, I can't use its effect to summon another one? That makes no sense. And we're like, yep, I agree. It makes no sense. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh, where the rules, where everything is made up and the rules make no sense.
That's right.
All right. So that's our clown monsters. Obviously, we have to have clown support in the forms of spells and traps. So we'll start with the trap because there's only one of them, and that is Labyrinth of Nightmare, continuous trap. And during the end phase, you change the battle positions of all face-up monsters of the turn player. I totally always knew that. And so yeah, this goes with your Crass and your Dream, your two main clowns, and you can also use it for some like spicy little manipulation. If your opponent attacks you with something, well, cool. Now their monsters go to defense in their end phase. Everything is Goblin Attack Force if you want it to be.
Hell yeah. All right, and that'll bring us up to one of our spell card supports. This is my favorite piece of clownery for this deck. There's so many great things about Curse of Fiend. First, it changes the battle positions of all attack position monsters on the field to defense position, but that's not all. Also, vice versa, because we couldn't just change the battle position of all monsters. That would have been way too confusing.
Right.
Be clear, attack goes to defense and defense goes to attack. This is very important.
Yes.
Also, these positions cannot be changed during the turn this card is activated, except by the effect of a spell, trap, or effect monster card. Because they, could have just used the wording I guess they use later on, which is just cannot be changed, and you understand that means manual. B, they couldn't say except by card effect. No, had to specify it was a spell, trap, or effect monster effect.
Which is, every kind of effect in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right. But perhaps the best part of all is the last line that, although this is a spell speed 1 normal spell card, you can activate this card only during your standby phase. That's right. No at beginning of main phase 1 like Heatwave. No. You will activate this spell speed 1 card during your standby phase. And it is for this final touch of clownery by Konami themselves that makes this the perfect addition to Clown Control.
It was quick play before quick play was real. Truly a hipster card ahead of its time. Yes. All right, we have Book of Taiyu, which is an actual normal spell card, which you can play during your main phase. Flip a face-down monster on the field to face-up attack position. So here's another card to with your Crass Clown and your flip effect monsters. So have fun with that. Enjoy that. Community.
It's also it's a floodgate trap hole counter, which according to the community is incredibly powerful and just broken.
Right, absolutely, definitely. I see everyone replacing Book of Moon with Book of Taiyu like on day one. Right? Yeah. All
right. And our last card in our Paradox/Clown deck is Continuous Spells Stumbling. Any monster that's normal, flip, or special summoned is changed to defense position, so you can trigger. Nice, that's a good word. You can trigger your clowns. Look, this is the clown video. We have to both get in some bits of our own clown.
That's right. We have both at this point been wearing clown faces for a bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can trigger your clown effects. And also, it's just a cool piece of stall tech because, you know, the one thing that Speed Duels has really been missing is support for stall-based strategies. We really haven't had a lot of that in Speed Duels. So really, this will be a welcome addition to those who want to try that rogue strategy of stall.
Absolutely. I think that's the one thing Speed Duels has been missing is giving stall a chance to be competitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be great to have this. I do think we should get Gravity Bind too. No. Okay. Seriously though, it's a stall card, yes, but it's arguably less powerful than a lot of stall cards we already have. So there's that. But anyway, thank you for watching not just this clown video, but the entire worst case and best case series for those of you that have. Appreciate that, means a lot. And as for the midterm box, this is probably the last video unless there's spoilers on that.
Yeah.
Since, you know, we've done the predictions, there's not much more to do other than the skills, wink wink. But we'll see what happens with that. But other than that, until we have spoilers for the midterm box, there will be some non-midterm related content on the Team JDG channel right here. We're not stopping. You can't stop this freight train. So until then, until the next video, Terra Master and Justice, we're out.